As you can see, Juliet has done a wonderful job taking care of those 6 babies. We ended up with 2 golden, 2 black and white, which they have a little bit of brown right here, so I think they're going to be considered the tricolor if that brown comes on through, and 2 blue merle, which are going to look just like her. So I wanted to give y'all an update there because we are so excited. I'm still not sure why she didn't have her babies in her bed the day that she went into labor and got up and went by the door. Still not sure why she did that. I think probably because she's a first-time mom and she didn't know what to expect, and when she began to go into labor, she had no earthly idea what was happening to her. And when I went in there to find her, she was just in a panic. She was kind of pacing all over the place. Of course, her babies were on the ground and she had no earthly idea what to do. So very thankful that I found her when I did. It literally was just in the nick of time. I was able to scoop her babies up, and because they were so cold at that time, warm them up. They are still inside. Calf is also doing wonderful. He's been up, Gus has been up, everybody's doing good. He's nursed, we've milked, and everything is going so good. So despite all of the problems that we anticipated could have happened, thankfully none of that did, and we are very, very thankful. Juliet, her babies are doing good. Gus and her little calf is doing good. Was a little bull calf, and his name is likely going to be Brisket. We haven't fully discussed that yet, but that's probably going to be his name. Also wanted to show y'all, this is what milk we're getting. This is a 3-gallon container, and we got this much milk from both cows today. Now, yesterday I did not turn the camera on. It was a really long day, a really busy day, but I want to show y'all some of the things I've already been doing with the milk. One of those was I made 2 batches. It's not in that one. 2 batches of mozzarella, and with the leftover whey goes into the freeze dryer. So I've got it in the freezer right now because my stuff in the freeze dryer is not done yet. Or actually, let me say, it is getting done and I'm fixing to take it out, but last night it wasn't done yet. So I have these 4 trays are also whey, and the top tray is sourdough. So I've had some people ask me about getting them some sourdough. So I have attempted to freeze dry it. I'm going to rehydrate that and use it and make sure that all is well before I send it off to anyone. Here is the mozzarella. I made mozzarella cheese sticks, if you can see those. I also made a block of mozzarella. Let me see if I can find it. So here is that. This is a block of mozzarella that I will shred down, and we can use for all kinds of things, mostly pizza. So 2 batches of mozzarella, and y'all, sour cream. I'm so excited about this. I'll show y'all another glimpse of my sour cream. Now, we did use the cream separator to separate that out. I had a starter that I had gotten from Azure, and basically what I did was just heat up my milk. I added the starter in with a whisk. I put it over in a container in my dehydrator, actually, because it's very warm there. So my dehydrator is right here, and I just took a couple of the shelves out and stuck my jar of sour cream in there. I left it in there for a full 24 hours. Then I took it out and put it in this bag right here that you see. And I put the bag over, my jar is not right there, over into a gallon jar, and just used a rubber band to tie it around, and I covered it up with these little covers that I have right here so it can breathe. And I strained off a lot of the extra juices by using this, by putting my sour cream down in that. And then it kind of gave it the, oh y'all, that consistency is beautiful. So I want to show y'all what it looks like. It's actually very, very thick. So y'all see that that's after it has cooled down now, that it is super, super nice. So I'm not going to have a problem at all making the cream cheese spread. But you can see the consistency of my sour cream turned out. Actually, this is a little bit thicker than even store-bought. So it has a very, very nice flavor to it. So I'm so excited about my sour cream. Now, I don't need cream cheese right off the bat because I had stocked up on store-bought cream cheese, unfortunately, when we were not milking. So I actually still have plenty of cream cheese left. However, as soon as we run out, I am going to be making cream cheese as well. So doing all the things with the milk is a wonderful blessing, from ice cream to sour cream to cream cheese to and yogurt. So it's very exciting to be back in milking season, not including what we keep in the refrigerator just to drink on every day. So it is very exciting to be milking again, and so glad that Gus and Brisket, which was a boy, by the way, she had a little bull calf, is doing wonderful. And nonetheless, today is never a down day here, themacs. So we're having a family get together tonight for Sayla and Libby's birthday party, just because Libby's falls in December and Sayla's is the 1st of January, and there is always just way too much going on. So tonight we're gonna have a family get together. I've already made the cake. It is not fine or fancy. It is just a very easy, simple put together cake. I did purchase some little cookies to go on that, and then I made a couple of chocolate chip cookies last night. I'm also doing some finger foods, like this is our sausage I have cut up and cooked, a couple of pineapples that I bought from the store. So I'm just gonna put those together with some toothpicks. We are also going to have a couple of other finger foods. So I've got to get all the food put together. And then, of course, you know, it's my cleaning day, so I have to clean as well. The whey from when I made mozzarella cheese, I had leftover whey. It has gone through the freeze dryer, and now Aiden and Colby, instead of buying whey powder to add into their drinks after their workouts, now they have whey powder that comes literally right off the farm. Next up on the list is the sourdough. Now, I really am curious to see how this is gonna work, if the sourdough is gonna work. I'm gonna take half of it and grind it up, rehydrate it, see if it works. The other half, I have a customer that is wanting it. If it works, I'm going to be sending that out to her. So curious to see how this is going to go. I never have used sourdough in the freeze dryer, so we're going to see how that turns out. So far, it looks like a success. If you've seen those little bubbles in there, that is a good sign. Now I'm just gonna take my little cloth cover and put over it and set it on the counter. Now tomorrow I will bake something with this and make sure everything goes well there. But it looks pretty good. I see one spot I need to stir back up. Down here in this corner, y'all see that little spot? I'm gonna stir that in. But it looks very successful. Those little bubbles that you've seen are signs of yeast waking up and being active. Now, like I said, I'm gonna use this tomorrow and see how it goes. I have encouraged people in my local area to try to make their own sourdough, but if you attempt to make it in the winter, your success is probably not going to be as great as if you were making it in the spring or summer when it was just a little bit warmer, because they want a warm environment. That's where yeast thrives, in a warm environment. So in the dead of winter is not ideal. I'm not saying that it can't be done. I'm just saying it's not ideal. So a lot of people sometimes maybe fail in that area just because they say, oh, hey, I'm going to start sourdough, but doesn't give it the best environment because they just don't know. Which is one of the reasons why, if this works, I'll be happy to ship my sourdough to customers that have emailed me and said, hey, we want sourdough, but we don't want to just get it from anywhere. And we want to be able to use it. We just have not been successful doing it ourselves. And sometimes that just happens. It's just a process of learning your sourdough, keeping it fed, keeping it happy in the environment in your home. So you have to know where those warm places are, even if it's like on the top of your refrigerator, maybe by your dryer if your dryer runs a lot, or even your stove if your stove runs a lot. Wherever those warm places are, you want to give your yeast the best environment possible. But anyway, that's enough on the sourdough. I have to get all of my kitchen mess cleaned up here. I'm going to pop the other whey in the freeze dryer so I can get the second batch of whey going, and then it is cleaning house time. Look who's watching his friend. Romeo has sat at the door. He goes and runs and plays. He knows that Juliet is in here. He watches her. He knows that she's over there. Look at him looking at her. She's right there. And he misses her. They pretty well have been together since they were not much older than the puppies, just a couple of weeks old. 2 months, 2.5 months. They've literally been pretty much by each other's side since then. So it's been very unusual for him that she's been going in the shop in her bed. And then, of course, we moved them in and she's in here. So like, he is still sitting there watching her. Smart dog. So he knows where Juliet's at. He will go run and play, but he comes to that door and watches for her because he does miss her, and it is absolutely adorable. We did let Romeo in here. I held him to let him just kind of slowly be introduced to the puppies yesterday. She did not like that. She does not want him around her puppies. She is completely fine with us and the kids petting her puppies, picking her puppies up. Now, if we do pick her puppy up, she will watch us like a hawk until we bring the puppy back. But you see her looking at the door. Now Romeo is gone. But she saw him sitting at the door, and she was growling under her breath because she does not want him messing with her puppies. That's a sign of a very protective mama. She is going to take very good care of her puppies. I have gotten puppies moved in the laundry room. Juliet is out having a fun time. She's stretching her legs, using the bathroom, running around playing, getting some sunshine. We let her out multiple times a day to be able to do that before she comes back in with her babies. Since we're having company tonight in the living room and I've been vacuuming, I have been vacuuming and cleaning and trying to just pick up toys off the floor and organize before company. And we are having company tonight. I needed to move her from out of the middle of the floor because I don't want her to get nervous with so many people and lots of little kid hands. We moved her over into the laundry room where we can close the door and she won't get nervous with so many people coming in and out. So that's been done. My kitchen is still like a disaster zone. So I've got to get finished cleaning up that, but Juliet is out. We have moved the puppies. She did come back in one time. She acted like she didn't want to go in the laundry room, but she doesn't have a choice much for right now. It's really more for her own good because I don't want her to get nervous with so many people. So she's going to be in there where we can close the door off and just kind of like let her be with her babies without so many people. And we are winding down. It's 2 o'clock. I will have people here in a couple of hours. So I have got to finish getting my kitchen cleaned up and wiped down. I also need to finish up the food. I have pulled the cake from out of the freezer and just covered it up with that little dome. Finish pulling the rest of the food out. We're going to blow up balloons. I've got to do stuff like that too. So we're making progress today. Slowly but surely we're getting it done. Well, unfortunately enough for me, y'all, my trays that I had in my freezer last night with my whey in them did not freeze. So when I got them out to bring them in here, I don't know if something's wrong with our freezer or what. I made a huge mess trying to transfer, and the first 2 I just got really mad because I literally dumped them everywhere. So I went and got a big bowl and dumped the whey into the bowl, and now I am transferring them back into the trays using a cup, and just made even more of a mess because I'm doing a 2-person job by myself. And all I can say is I hope it's worth it, and I hope it saves us money, because this has been a real pain in my butt. Here's the final cake, and I decided to make it this year instead of buying cakes because the last one that I bought was more than $50, and I thought, I am just not spending that. I know I can at least make a cake that will be somewhat decent. So here's the final reveal on the cake.
It is so cute. I love that cake.
Me too.
Now, I did not make these type cookies because they are extremely hard, and I just went ahead and bought those. But we have got to get the other finger food set out and the other decorations out, because I'm now down to about an hour and 15 minutes before people start coming. And as you can see, I've cleaned up the house, but I haven't cleaned up myself. So we're about to get on that, but y'all hang tight. We're gonna have the birthday celebration here in just a little while.
Happy birthday to you.
Well, y'all, we had a long day. It's 10 o'clock. It was a good day, though. The kids have already got birthday toys out. Got one there and the other one over here. So they have had a wonderful time. We had a successful birthday. Everything has been picked up and cleaned up, so we're gonna call it a day. Thank y'all for tagging along with us on this journey as we were here and there and everywhere in between. God bless, guys, and happy homesteading, y'all.